Sri Gurubhyo Namah, children. Let us go to the new topic today about coordination number. Okay. So in the previous class, we discussed how to calculate the oxidation number of the central metal atom. And now every coordination complexes will have the central metal atom, and the coordination number of the central metal atom should be known. Then only we can assign the number of charge, okay, on the central metal atom. Um, if we take coordination number, what does it mean? What is coordination number? It is nothing but the number of atoms of ligands. As you know very well that ligands may be neutral molecule or anions. That means negative ligands. Even positive ligands are also there, like nitronium. Okay, so when these ligands are getting attached to the central metal atom, the total number of ligands attached directly, okay, to the central metal atom is actually called as coordination number, right? And what type of bond is formed between the ligand and the that means central metal atom? The bond is coordinate bond. Why it is considered to be the coordinate bond? Because already we know about ionic bonds and covalent bonds. Ionic bonds are formed due to either donating the electrons or gaining the electrons. For example, in ionic complexes like sodium chloride, it is ionic, right? So in that case, Na plus being the positive charge and Cl minus is the negative charge. So Na plus, as it is a positive ion, it will donate its electron and then form the that means compound with chlorine. Okay. Whereas in case of covalent compound, it will be formed due to the mutual sharing of electrons. Okay, children. Okay. So here let us have an example of NaCl. So here we have two ions, Na plus and Cl minus. So here Na plus will donate its electron to chlorine and chlorine will accept that electron. So it forms ionic compound. Okay. Whereas when carbon get combines with any other element, for example, let us take methane. Okay, in this, carbon being the central atom contains 4 hydrogen, but carbon is the smallest atom, isn't it? So that it cannot donate or lose electron, being a stable atom. Okay, so that mutually these two atoms will share their electrons. Okay, so by mutual sharing of the electrons, if the bond is formed, then the bond is called covalent bond and the compounds are called covalent compounds. Now, what type of bond is formed by the coordination complexes? Actually, the central metal atom will be there. Already the central metal atom, that is, it is a d block element. So, it can have the tendency to extend its covalency. By extending the covalency, there will be more empty orbitals present in it so that it can accept the electrons from the ligand. Okay, it may be neutral or anion or positive also. Okay, so these ligands will donate electrons to the central metal atom. In this case, metal is donating the electron. In this case of coordination complexes, ligand donates electron and becomes Lewis basis, whereas metal accepts a pair of electron and acts as Lewis acid. That's clear, children? So this type of bond is called what? Coordination bond. Okay, right. So how to calculate the coordination number? There is a formula to calculate the coordination number. It is nothing but we have to take the number of ligands. How many ligands are present inside the sphere? That is very, very important. Okay, for example, if we have a sphere like this, the metal atom can have one ligand or more than one ligand also. Sometimes three ligands also will be um, taking part in the complex. And outside that, anion will be present. Okay, so we should not consider this. Why it should not be considered? Because it is outside the sphere. Whereas these three ligands are inside the sphere. So this will be considered to be the coordination number. Okay, so whichever ligands are attached directly to the central metal atom. That's why we are using this sphere to indicate the ligands are attached directly. Whereas this anion is outside the sphere, which is ionizable. Okay, not directly bound to the central metal atom. Clear? So this is what the formula. Coordination number is equal to number of ligands into denticity of the ligands. So denticity, what is denticity? Linkage formed by the ligand. Okay, the ligand may be unidentate, right? And it has denticity 1. If the ligand is didentate, denticity is 2. It is tridentate, then the denticity will be 3. Okay, so depends on the denticity of the ligand, how many bonds it can form. For example, if the ligand is unidentate, okay, it can form one single bond with metal. If the ligand is didentate, then both the ligand, that means the electrons, will get bound, right? So it has two denticity, two linkages. Okay. So this is how we can use the formula of this coordination number, that is number of ligands and denticity of the ligand. Okay. That is a product of number of ligands and denticity of ligands. Okay. Now, here is an example which shows that, which is called the coordination number. And in this complex, CO, cobalt, is the central metal atom, and there are 6 ammonia molecules attached to the central metal atom directly. How can we identify that? Because it is present inside the sphere. Okay, so 6 ammonia molecules are attached directly to this cobalt. Okay, so direct bonding, right? So that ammonia is ligand, whereas 6 molecules of ammonia in ligand it can be called as amine, okay, attached to the central metal atom. So this is what the number 6 is, the coordination number, right? And this chlorine free chloride ions are present outside the sphere, which is called as counter ion. Okay, that means negatively charged ion. Clear, children? Okay, so coordination number, by looking at the number of species present inside the sphere, we can say that that is actually the coordination number. But we need to use a formula when we have some confusion, isn't it? So let us go in detail how to calculate the coordination number, right? So here we have a coordination number in different polyhedron. So normally in coordination complexes, what are the common polyhedron we have? Already I told you there are 3 common polyhedron in complex compounds. Okay, what are they? The first complex is the metal atom will get attached with 4 ligands. Okay, in 4 ligands, and this structure is called as actually square planar. Okay, and the same way the metal will bond with the same 4 number of ligands, but the orientation is different, which means one ligand on the above plane and all other 3 ligands on the below plane, like this. Okay, can you see the difference between these two structures? Okay, and now this structure can be named as tetrahedral. Okay, right? And when you take these complexes, when you take these two complexes are having four ligands. How many ligands they have? Four ligands. And those four ligands are, suppose when we take, they are unidentate ligand because there is only one bond is formed. Single bond is formed between the ligand and the central metal atom. Okay. So it is considered to be the unidentate ligand. So here in this case, the coordination number will be 4. Okay, children. So normally for square planar and tetrahedral complexes, if the ligands are unidentate, it means if the complex is homoleptic. If it is heteroleptic also, no problem. If the ligands are unidentate, then of course the coordination number will be 4 only. Is it not? Yes. And then the third type of complex, okay, where the metal atom is bonded with 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 ligands will be directly bonded. And then outside the sphere, some anions will also be present. Okay, for example, any anions will be present outside the sphere. In such case, this complex is called as octahedral. Octahedral complex. And here, how many ligands are attached? This anion, actually, this anion is present outside the sphere. So, which cannot be considered as ligand. The complex containing ligand which is present inside the sphere alone is considered to be the coordination group. Is it not? So here we have 6 coordination groups. So that what will be the coordination number? Coordination number of octahedral complex will be 6. Is it clear? So these three are the different polyhedron we have to assign the coordination number if the ligands are unidentate. Okay, clear? Now we have some unidentate polyhedron complexes where, see, this is square planar structure where the central metal atom is bonded with ligands. Okay, whereas this one is tetrahedral complex. What is this complex called? Tetrahedral complex. Okay, where the central metal atom is bonded with 4 unidentate ligands, carbonyl groups. Okay, 4 carbonyl groups are attached directly to the central metal atom. And here in this case, this is octahedral complex where iron is the central metal atom which is bonded with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 cyanide ion. And cyanide ion is unidentate. Okay, so that one single linkage is formed. Is it clear? So this type of complex is called octahedral complex. Okay, children. So what will be the coordination number of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the coordination number of iron is 6 here. And what about here? Nickel is bonded with the 4 carbonyl group as it is tetrahedral. The coordination number of this complex is 4. That means nickel is 4. Right? And here we have some examples. Using that formula, let us find the coordination number of the central metal atom here. Okay. So in this complex, we have iron and then cyanide. Okay. Now, iron is the central metal atom, whereas ligand is cyanide. So using the formula, number of ligands into denticity. Okay, using this, we are going to calculate. Now, number of ligands. How many ligands are present here? 6. Right? And what is the denticity? It is unidentate ligand. We know that. So, denticity is 1. Okay, so the number of ligands is 6 and denticity is 1. Therefore, coordination number of this complex is 6. Okay, iron, the coordination number of iron is 6, right? So, easily you can identify with the number of ligands directly attached to this. You can identify that the coordination number will be 6 or whatever number is given here, that will be the coordination number if it contains one single ligand. Okay, now look at the second case. Here we have three cations which is present outside the sphere. Okay, so it will not be considered as the ligand. It is a positive ion, cation, okay, which is present outside the sphere. Whereas the sphere contains iron and oxalate as the ligand. How many oxalate are present here? Three oxalate are present as ligand with the central metal atom. So, to calculate that, three number of ligands are attached directly to the central metal atom and oxalate is bidentate ligand, isn't it? So, the denticity is 2. Actually, the coordination number is 6. Okay, right. See, you may have a doubt that if it is a simple complex like this unidentate ligand, it is not that only bidentate ligands are taking part, the coordination number will be 6, or it is not a rule that when unidentate ligands are present along with the central metal atom, if 6 ligands are present, then it is considered to be what? Octahedral complex, so that the coordination number is 6. Not like that, children. If the bidentate ligands are also present, if 3 ligands are present, the denticity will be 2, right? For example, let us take the central metal atom is present, whereas 3 ligands around it. In this, each ligand, the denticity is 2, right? The denticity is 2. So, how many coordination bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, you have to calculate the coordination bond. Okay, because coordination number is nothing but the number of coordination bonds around the central metal atom. So here oxalate being the bidentate ligand, each ligand will have 2 coordination bonds. Is it clear? So that the denticity is 6. Whereas in this first complex, if you take Fe, that means iron is the central metal atom, whereas cyanide being the unidentate ligand, 6 cyanide are attached directly with the central metal atom. Okay, now in this case, how many coordination bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the coordination number will be 6 for this complex. Okay. So if you have any doubt, just draw the structure and find the denticity. Clear? Right. And here we have two other examples. Okay. And that third example shows that it is a nickel complex. Okay. So in this complex, carbonyl is the ligand. And there are 4 carbonyl groups attached to the central metal atom. Okay. So the number of ligand is 4 and denticity, what type of compound it is? Carbonyl group. Oxygen being the what? Donor side. Good. Okay. So that 4 into 1. So the coordination number is 4, which shows that the structure of this complex will be either square planar or tetrahedral. But the carbonyl group contains oxygen in it and the lone pair electrons are present, isn't it? So due to the presence of that lone pair electron, the bond angle will be changed, right? So that the structure will become Ni and one carbonyl group be present, because the presence of lone pair electrons around oxygen, it will not allow the other that means ligands to get attached very closer, so that the other three will be arranged like this. Okay, so which gives us the tetrahedral structure. Right, children? Okay. And in the next case, we have the next complex here where three ligands, okay, with different numbers are attached to the central metal atom. Ammonia, aqua, that is amine, aqua, chloride. Okay. So here how many amines are there? Four. And there is no number, so it is considered to be there is one molecule of water and chlorine, one. Okay. So the coordination number will be 4 into 1, because in amine the denticity is 1. Okay. Plus 1 water molecule is present, whereas the donor site is oxygen, which is the denticity is 1, and then chlorine 1 is present, whose denticity is 1. Sorry, multiplication. Okay, into 1. Okay, so 4 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 6. So here the coordination number of this complex is 6. Is it clear, children? So this is how it is very easy for us to determine the oxidation state and coordination number. Once you know the charges of the ligands, very easy for you to understand this concept of coordination number. Okay, and this question also will be taking part in 1 mark. They'll give you the complex and ask you to find out the coordination number of the central metal atom. Is it not easy, children? Yes? Good. So tomorrow we'll discuss a new topic, which is effective atomic number. Going to be a very interesting session tomorrow. Okay? Like today. Thank you.